Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So, before we dive into today's episode, which is Paige DeSorbo yet again being, I'll just say, allegedly exposed for having cheated on Craig and also having come between Joe D'Amelio, I guess his last name is, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and his ex fiance. Allegedly, she was sliding into his DMs basically being like, when are you going to break up with your girlfriend? Because I'm ready, while she was seeing Craig. And now things are allegedly heating up. But before we dive into those details, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It's a fun and easy way to support me and the show, and I'd really appreciate it. So, with that, let's go. So, this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Paige DeSorbo is reportedly getting serious with rumored new flame Joe D'Amelio. As Craig unfollowed her on Instagram weeks after their split was announced, a new report suggests that the alleged couple had traveled together to Miami, Florida, where they were recently seen at the Setai Hotel. According to the report on TikTok from Bravo Breaking News, Paige and Joe have not stopped hanging out since they spent New Year's Eve together. Now, again, Paige and Craig were in a 3-year relationship. He thought that they were going to be engaged, married, and have kids. The whole time she was stringing him along, weaponizing, feminism. I'm a strong, independent woman. No, you're just not that into him. Like, just be honest. Because if the tables were turned and it was a woman who wanted to settle down, get married, and have kids with her boyfriend, and he was like, work comes first, and I don't want to move to where you're at. You have to come move to where I'm at. And I'm just not ready. Everyone would be like, girl, he's playing you. If he wanted to be with you in a serious way and really commit, he would. He's making all of these excuses not to commit to you. Same goes for the opposite sex. Just because Paige is a woman doesn't mean she wasn't wasting Craig's time and using him, which it turns out that's exactly what she was doing, given the fact that she dumped him and, allegedly word on the street is she was cheating on him. Taylor Ann said it on Southern Charm. Multiple outlets have reported on it. And also now the proof is in the pudding. Joe was engaged and the girl came out and was like, Paige was telling him, break up with her, be with me, undermining their relationship. And now him and Paige are out at Eagles, I don't know, is that football, basketball? I don't know. Out at games. Paige to me is that girl who always wanted to be like that wag lifestyle. Like she thinks she's that girl. She wants to be at the yacht. She wants to be at the Yankees game, the Knicks game. She wants to be this, that, and the third. Very, and that's fine. If you want that lifestyle, go get it. No problem. But she clearly wasn't going to get that particular type of lifestyle and with Craig. And that has nothing to do with money per se, because Craig has a lot of money at this point, but it's a different lifestyle. The Southern Charm lifestyle is very different from that New York it girl lifestyle, that Miami it girl lifestyle that Paige is clearly chasing. It's just a lifestyle choice that she's not going to get with Craig. So I think that she knew Craig wasn't the one. She sabotaged his friendship with Austin, in my personal opinion, on some get back, because Austin, like a lot of guys do, and girls, he hit it and quit it with her bestie, Sierra. She's bitter about that. She's on her get back. So she broke up Austin and Craig's friendship and podcast because she was on her bitter Betty get back, knowing the whole time she wasn't really feeling Craig like that anymore. I think in the beginning of the relationship she was. I think she thought that he was the bigger catch. And then at some point that flipped, where she thought that he was no longer good enough for her. And that's fine. Just because you date someone doesn't mean you have to get married and have kids. But also, you don't want to waste somebody's time either. Once you really know in your gut and heart this isn't the person for you, and they're checking for you like that, just end the relationship. Don't drag it out. Come on now. And I think that that's what she did. Under the guise of being a feminist, I'm strong, I'm independent, I want to make this money. No, you're just not that into him. Just be honest. Because like I said earlier in the video, if the roles were reversed and my girlfriend was like, I'm with this guy, blah, 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 I would be like, girl, he's wasting your time. He's wasting your time. So she wasted his time. Anyway, in addition to attending an NFL game in Philadelphia earlier this month and reportedly spending time together at one of Paige's Giggly Squad tour stops in New York City, the outlet revealed that Paige and Joe were spotted together on vacation just this past week. Joe and Paige together at the Sete in Miami, an insider told Dumas. Meanwhile, Bravo breaking news continued. It appears that they have flown down together and are legit on vacation together. This means that things are getting quite serious. They aren't only hanging out in the city together, but they are now traveling together. The outlet went on to note that there have been some major red flags with Joe, including claims made against him by his ex-fiancée, Rachel Durant, who recently spoke of another woman sending him inappropriate and disrespectful messages during their engagement. Past relationships of his have not ended well, they concluded. Yeah, and allegedly that other woman was Paige DeSorbo. Obviously, in light of all of this, Craig has unfollowed her on Instagram. And good on Craig. Now, what I want to see is, Paige, you clearly have a lot going on. Are you going to bring this to Summer House? Because you don't bring anything to Summer House. You just sit in the bed with either Sierra, it used to be Hannah, and whine and complain, and you think you're a fashion girl, but you're really not. You think you're funny, but you're really not. I'm not a Giggly Squad person, so if you're a giggler, this might not be the video for you. I never liked Hannah. I never liked Paige. I think that's pretty clear. Not personally, because I don't know these women. I've never met them. I don't know them. So when I say I don't like them, I mean the personas that they play on reality television, which is the only medium I know of them. So I don't like the personas they put out there. If that's truly who they are, I have no idea. I do not know these people personally. I want to make that very clear because some people get very up in arms when you talk about their faves. I don't know these people. It's not personal. I think they're kind of rude. I think they're mean girls. I think they're boring. So if you have all of this life going on, allegations of sliding into an engaged man DMs, allegations of cheating on Craig, allegations that you're now super serious with the guy who just broke up with his fiance, and you, after being engaged for 3 years with Craig, address that on the show. Like, are you going to bring something to the reality show you're on? Or are you just going to continue to just collect your Bravo check, cash in on your 15 minutes of fame, and do all of that? Which is fine, but for me as a viewer, it's boring. It's boring. You have all this stuff going on, show up at the show. And Craig, let this be a lesson to you. Don't let people come between your friendships with other people when that person has not shown you a true commitment to your best interest. Because you have to take accountability too, Craig. It was clear to basically everyone but you that Paige was probably cheating and that she was wasting your time. So you also have to take accountability for not having the red flags, for thinking that you and Paige were this sort of golden, untouchable couple, and that you just were better than everybody else. And so you threw away your friendship with Shep. You threw away your friendship with Austin. You almost got yourself fired off of Southern Charm from what it looks like. Patricia isn't inviting you to parties. Whitney is calling you out. You're not engaging with the other guys. Like, your spot on the show isn't guaranteed. So Paige not only cost you your friendships, but she could have cost you your job. So you too, Craig, you got to wake up. Don't let people play in your face when you know that they're not really for you like that, push you out of your position. So what do you guys think about this? I mean, Paige, knock yourself out, babe. I would say the only person I really feel bad for in this situation is Rachel, who is Joe's ex-fiance. I don't know her. I don't know if she's like a model, influencer, actor, writer. I don't know. I have no idea what she does. But she seems like a really sweet woman, and she seems like the only actual innocent party in all of this. So to me, my heart goes out to Rachel. Find yourself someone way better than this Joe guy. If he was willing to throw away your engagement for, pick me Paige, he did you a favor. So shout out to Rachel. And yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share.